Thank you for coming. Before you leave, I'm Chuck Reed, the production director, and I have some announcements I'd like to make. You're here luckily for a wonderful world premiere, so I'd like to introduce some people to you. The music that you will be hearing and you've heard, we had a graduate student from OCU, like Nathan Mickles, to stand up, and he did our original music for us. People that were running around, if you saw the camera earlier and smiled or waved or whatever, are from OETA. They've been with us for like 3 weeks, and they've been filming a 30-minute segment on Lydie Marlin and the play. That will be on in the early part of November, so if you check with OETA, they can tell you that. Also, a few people have driven down, for which we're most thankful. I'd like to introduce the mayor of Ponca City, Homer Nicholson. If you'd stand up, Mr. Nicholson. Also, someone that's instrumental that really got the ball rolling for me and introduced me to some wonderful people is the curator of the Marlin Mansion, also from Ponca City, David Keithley. And Jana, assistant director and a board member, have driven up to Ponca City a couple of times. The first time, David introduced us to Charles and Betty Thompson. Lydie lived in the cottage they talked about. There's a cobblestone drive and the stable. The stable has been converted into a house you would like kill to get in. Unbelievable. The Thompsons invited us up. We had lunch, and they drove us by where they found Lydie's statue. They had owned the property. The man that had the statue had a note that he said, "Don't open until my death." They opened it, went out and dug it up, and a week and a half later, it was cemented over by the company that bought it. So Charles and Betty Thompson have come down from Ponca City, and we'd like for them to stand up also. And also, it's one of those great story things that you like to hear. The man instrumental in bringing Lydie back to Ponca City was C.D. Northcutt, who's a practicing attorney in Ponca City, Oklahoma. And the stories that he told, Jan and I couldn't write fast enough, couldn't do anything fast enough. Buy his book, it's incredible. And coming down from Ponca City, also the man that brought Lydie Marlin back to Ponca City, Mr. C.D. Northcutt. And then lastly, in March of 2010, someone came in, put a play on my desk and said, "You've got to read this play." I opened it. It was 3 acts, 10 scenes in each act, and 20 people. I quite promptly closed it and put it on the edge of my desk. No plays have 20 people, 3 acts, and all those scenes. I'm here by myself on Wednesdays, opened the book, read it, gave it to Jen and said, "My God, I am doing this play." So I called Bob Perry, who lives in Shawnee, and said, "You don't know me, but I'm about to give you a world premiere." Luckily, he didn't hang up on me. So a year in the making is where you are tonight. On Monday, we had our first benefit, and the gentleman who plays Old Charlie came up to the cast and said, "I have to tell you something. E.W. Marlin died on October 3rd of 1941. And we had our first audience October 3rd, 2011. 70 years to the day he died, we presented the Broken Statue. I can do that for the first time. So, none of us would be sitting here admiring this beautiful thing and the wonderful character we had it not been for one person. He wrote the book first, the play second. Please welcome Mr. Bob Perry, the author.